This is Clock Management Fantasy Football. I'm Justin. This is Clock Management Fantasy Football. I'm Justin. This is Clock Management Fantasy Football. I'm Justin. How's it going, everybody? I'm just pulling up some notes here real quick so I could get into this. And I got a nice little loop going in the background where it captured some audio, so that's awesome. I'm pulling up the tweets everyone had sent with start sits. I'm just pulling up some notes here real quick so I could get into this. Oh god, I got that loop going. Okay, I think I fixed that though. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, I got some. Let me go to these. Okay. I wanted to start out talking about the news in New York. I saw some people saying that they didn't know if you should play anyone in that game because you got, yeah, in the game they're talking about there could be some weather issues. So the wind, they're talking about it being up to 40 miles an hour winds yesterday. As of today, they're saying it's going to be 15-mile-an-hour winds. So that shouldn't be any problem with throwing the ball. NFL quarterback shouldn't have a problem with 15-mile-an-hour winds. It's like, I mean, I would, but they should be fine. Also, it's a little bit warmer there than they first expected. So should be a great game there for fantasy purposes, weather-wise. I want to get into some injuries before we get into all the other fantasy start sits, because this might help you answer some of your questions. Let me pull up my notes. Whew. All right, and where is the... Got it here. Sorry, guys, got a little message here real quick. All right, I'm back. Okay, so we got with the injuries, I know people were all wondering about Josh Jacobs. That's probably the biggest one to talk about here. Uh, Josh Jacobs is active and he will be playing. I think that's stupid on the part of the team, but I also don't think that Gruden's known for being making smart decisions. So it is what it is. All right. We also have uh, Henry should be active. Connor should be active. Thielen should be active. With these guys, Connor, I think we'll see less work. Henry, I don't think you really need to worry about putting him in. Henry and Jacob are both starts. Like, if they're in, you're playing them. Connor, he's going to see less work. They're going to try and lighten his load to try and keep him healthy. So I think I'd hesitate to start him. I wouldn't say I'm not going to start him. It depends on my situation, who else I had on my team. But I'm okay with starting him in certain situations, but I'm not liking it. Thielen, I'm not starting at all. And then Devonta Parker cleared concussion protocol, came off the injury list as of today. He is a must start. He is going to be your wide receiver 1 this week. So go ahead and get him in your lineup. If you have Parker, start him this week. It's a great matchup. The wins there aren't too crazy. He should go off. I would not be surprised at all if he had a 2 touchdown day, maybe even a 3 touchdown day. That would just be incredible. But yeah, he's a guy who could win you your week this week. Get him in your lineup. Also, who was the other one? They had another wide receiver there, Albert Wilson. He also cleared concussion protocol. I doubt that's really relevant to anyone out there, but he is there. Ooh, what up, SP? Julio versus Niners or Hill in the snow? I know, right? Oh man, that's brutal because that snow. It's not light snow either. It's not like a light peppering of snow. That snow is coming down. I think I go Julio in that situation, SP. I know I was talking to you about it before, and I was telling you I don't like Julio, but I love Tyreek Hill as an athlete, but it's hard to run in the snow and make cuts and adjust to the ball. So those deep balls can be tricky. So I just that's what Hill thrives on, and it's going to be a lot harder to do that. I think I have to go Julio because of that. It's rough though. I don't like that. That's one of those situations where you're looking at the negatives on both sides of the equation. Oh, do you have a SP? I should know this by now, but you should let me know who your other options are too, or like top guys on your waiver wire. We could talk about those too. Wide receivers who are questionable going into this week. Or going that are still questionable, and they say they're game time decisions. Yeah, I know, but I'll come back to that. SP, let me get through these injuries real quick. So you got Will Fuller playing with this hamstring injury, or questionable with his hamstring injury. I'm not starting him whether he plays or not. Noah Fant, he's questionable. I don't think he's going to play, and if he does, I'm not starting him. Another tight end. What up, Sock? Give me a second. I'll get to you too with those. You got Jimmy Graham also questionable. Again, not playing him. There's too many tight ends that are out there that could get you just as many points as Noah Fant or Jimmy Graham, who aren't injured. I mean, Josh Allen is worth starting. It just depends who your other options are, the size of your leagues. Don't get Trubisky. Don't do that. I know, SP. I want to tell you that. All right, I'm going to get into your guys' fantasy stuff before I finish these injuries. Uh, all right, PPR, one running back, one flex, Singletary, White, Sutton, or Curtis Samuel. I love Sutton this year, but I'm not starting him this week. I'm going with Singletary, and I think I'm going White. That's hard for me. I really don't like New England's running backs because any given week it could be a different running backs week. Like there's no predictors there for them. They like to mix things up like that. So I mean, I would say either Singletary White or Singletary and Samuel. Uh, but I think I'm going White. I could see a lot of those little dump down passes to him. SP, you got Devontae Parker, Robert Woods, and Hill. I mean, that's not bad. I like that. I mean, you could roll with SP, but my thing was that snow out there. It wasn't a light snow. I need to look to see if it's going to continue through the game. Because if it clears up, you should be fine. They have a heated field there with the pipes that run under the field to keep the field warm. So if the snow doesn't come down super heavy like it was, you should be fine. But if it continues, as of when I started recording this, snowing like it was, there's going to be a foot of snow on that field. And that's just going to make it impossible to run deep routes. Okay, back to the injuries real quick. I'm sorry. Sock, let me get to your quarterback question. Fitz, Eli Trubisky, and waivers, Josh Allen. I'd start Fitz out of those. I know a lot of people hate him, but he's got a good matchup as well. If I'm telling you that Parker's going to have 2 to 3 touchdowns this week, then someone's got to get him the ball. So I mean, if your quarterback gets throws 3 touchdowns, you're going to be happy. I have no problem starting Fitz this week. Yeah, the 49ers are missing not just their offense, their defense. Oh yeah, I think you meant defense. Yeah, it's not just D Ford and Sherman. They're missing Tart. They're missing. Oh shoot, who is it? They're missing a total of 4 defensive linemen, a linebacker that besides the one that's already on IR, and they're also missing a safety and obviously their cornerback. So there's a bunch of players missing there. So it might not be that bad with Julio as I first thought. Now looking at the injury reports. All right, back to these injuries though. We got to Noah Fant, Jimmy Graham got it. Julian Edelman, he's just consistently questionable and he plays through it. So no worry there. He's playing, start him. Mohamed Sanu also questionable. This another rough one. He's that outside threat there. I'm not playing him this week. I don't like it, especially with him being questionable because he's not Edelman. He doesn't play through that consistently. Bo Scarborough. I got him on here. I think he just got announced. Yeah, he's inactive. He's not playing. That just happened. So hopefully you weren't relying on him already, but yeah, don't play him. T.Y. Hilton is also he's also out. He's not playing this week. Oh man, SP. So we're gonna cover a lot more. We're gonna cover some more strategy for drafting. We're gonna cover some dynasty stuff, and then we're also gonna do some stuff that's not even we'll cover football a little bit with contracts and stuff like that, and trades for dynasty, things like that. But we're also going to cover some Star Wars stuff. I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. I'm also a huge Marvel nerd. I don't know if you could tell. I got some Marvel action figures back here behind me and stuff. And Perry's super into video games, gaming. So I like playing video games, but not like Perry does, and he'll be sure and tell you that. So we'll cover that stuff too. He's into Star Wars and Marvel and that stuff, but not as much as I am. And he's into Harry Potter a lot too. So I'm sure we'll talk about that at some point. I'm not really into Harry Potter, as I'm a little bit too old for that. I missed that. But yeah, we're just gonna cover a variety of things. Mandalorian. I love Mandalorian. Yeah, I don't blame you with that. Tyreek and Julio. That's a tough one, man. Especially because Tyreek's one of those players that can make one catch worth it for you. Like he can take a 80-yard pass, for a touchdown any given week. So, yeah. Players that are out. I'm just going to go through these real quick because a lot of unless they require more talking, because most of them I don't think do. Adam Humphries, out. Damian Williams, out. You shouldn't have been relying on him. AJ Green, still out. Rashad Penny on IR now. Just something to keep in mind. So expect more from Chris Carson. Luke Wilson out, tight end there. I think that's big because it gives more targets for the rest of the almost swore, for the rest of the tight ends there. Alexander Madison out, so they're gonna have to lean a little more on Cook, which I don't know if that's even possible with how much work he gets. Greg Olsen out with a concussion. I wouldn't rely on him the rest of the year because of this. DJ Chark out. That's a big one. People probably have him on his team, and it also probably means D.D. Westbrook is a better option this week. Hunter Renfrow out. Gerald Everett out. Vance McDonald out. All these tight ends going down. Check all the backups there. It could give you a good matchup. Juju Smith-Schuster out. Jordan Howard still out. Danny Dimes still out. Matt Stafford still out. And Evan Ingram still out. So there's a lot of injuries on there. Oh, knee Twitter notification. Odell still wants out of Cleveland and is not happy. Yeah, nobody who has him on their fantasy team is happy either, SP. That's wild. I think that, I mean, I've been talking about him all year, saying that I didn't see how he was going to succeed in Cleveland with the way their team was built. And that I feared this. I was saying I feared this happening before he set foot on, a field with wearing a Cleveland jersey, because he was having issues with not being happy about how much he got the ball in New York, and with all the targets and all the different options there and the way their team was being built, I didn't see him getting the ball as much as he got it in New York and Cleveland. I'm like, he's going to get upset again when he's not putting up these crazy numbers and given these opportunities to make these crazy catches. Chris Carson is my RB1 going on. Yes, SP. I love it. I've been, man, this was something another thing I preached since the beginning of this season was I love Chris Carson and the Seahawks running backs because of the volume that they get, and they're both pretty talented guys. And then the volume that they get with the amount that Seattle runs the ball, and then now with Penny out, it's a huge bump up for Carson. It's not a small bump because the number 3 guy they let go already with Mike Davis, and he went over to the Bears. So that was a huge bump up. Larry Fitzgerald, when asked if this is his final home game in Arizona, he said, "You never know." Yeah, I mean, he gets asked that all the time, so we'll see. I think that this should be his last year. He's a legend. He's one of my favorite players just as a human being. He works hard and he does so much for his community. He's a great guy. Fantasy wise, I think he's irrelevant at this point. He's just irrelevant because if you're in a deep league, you could have him on your bench, but he's not going to make it onto your team, like out there to play again for you for fantasy and dynasty. There's no reason to hold on to him. Yeah, SP, he does. And I don't know. I've seen him do that in New York at times too, but he usually seems to rebound. And I think it all comes back to just him not being happy. I think Odell's the type of player where he doesn't try as hard when he's not happy. So I think like he's not putting his all into practice. He's not the Odell he used to be. Now, that being said, as a 49er fan, I hope he leaves and comes to San Fran because I think he'd love it there. And I think he'd be their number 1 wide receiver for sure. And he would be happy. But I don't think Cleveland's the place for him. And I think the Giants knew that, and that's why he's in Cleveland. Some people hit me up on Twitter, so I'm gonna go through these ones real quick. You guys need to get in the live chat. I'm sending them the link to the live chat. How are you gonna ask me questions and not get in here? All right. PPR, Mayfield, or Fitz with Parker playing. I like Fitz more. I know people think I'm crazy with this. I've seen some hate going Fitz way on Twitter this morning, but I'm going with Fitz over Mayfield. And just for everyone's essay, New York is or Dolphins are playing New York, and wait, who was the other? Oh, yeah, and then the Browns are playing the Cardinals, so they both have good matchups. I don't think either one of them's a bad start this week. Standard League, Flex, McCoy, White, Sutton, AJ Brown, Coleman. I'm immediately crossing Coleman off that list. He's not the starter there. I don't expect him to get a lot of work. Sutton, I don't like him this week. I like him as a player, and I want him on my team next year, but no, not right now. James White, I was saying I actually like James White here. Is it just one? Ooh, yeah, Standard League. Got James White, AJ Brown, McCoy. I think I'm going with James White here. SP, what you think about that? Christian Kirk, DJ Moore, Calvin Ridley will be the new Julio, Steve, and Fitz. Yeah, you're right. SP says he don't like Baker this week because at least 170 yards, TDs will be taken away from Hunt and Chubb. Yeah, but he's going to get the tight ends there always thrive against the Cardinals this year. It's just like a thing. So, it wouldn't surprise me if like Hunt or one of them gets them to like the 10 and they get a touchdown. But yeah. Oh, yeah, White has taken over that backfield, but it is still New England SP. So you never like New England has no problem being like, you were 2 minutes late to practice, so you're not going to get a single carry this week. And you will have no idea it's happening until your fantasy player has 0 points. But as I said, I agree with you. I'm going with White. all that said, I'm still going with White. Full PPR pick 2: Connor, Laird, Montgomery. That one's easy for me. I'm going Connor and Montgomery. I'm not putting my faith in the backfield of Miami, and I don't want to watch. And Laird hasn't, like, people have been talking about this guy as if he's a breakout star. 2 weeks ago, he had 10 carries for 5 yards. That's 0.5 yards a carry. That equates to bad. Like, you don't want your running back doing that. And then he had a decent week last week, and now everyone loves this guy. I don't get it. I'm not on board. Yeah, so that one's super easy for me. The other two guys are obvious choices, established people. So stick with them. Don't go crazy. Your friend wants to know if he needs. No, he needs 3: Laird, White, Kirk, Sutton, Amari Cooper, or Woods. Again, I'm not going with Laird right there. I'm going. Oh man, Kirk is in there too. But I think I'm gonna go James White, Amari Cooper, and Woods on that one. SP. Like I like Kirk is good here. Sutton, I'm not in on this week. Laird, I'm just not in on, period. And so Amari Cooper and Woods, like those are those got to be the guys. We got who is that? Where, oh yeah, and the Rams and Cowboys are playing each other. And I think that's fine going into this week. Neither one of them have outstanding pass defenses, anything that should scare you. All right, what time is? We got a little bit more time here. I'm gonna grab a couple more questions from Twitter. Give me a second, guys. Oh, let me grab them off here. Okay, I got a question. Nolan Root. Oh shoot, Nolan was the guy who won our what jersey was that? DeAndre Hopkins jersey. Oh yeah, guys, remember comment on our video so you could get entered to win that Mark Ingram jersey, and share our video so you could get entered to win a spot in that 96-man league from Smitty. Uh, Shoot, I'm gonna be in it, so I want you guys to be in there, play against me, or with us. One of us will bring home that championship. All right, we got this guy's got. Dang. Okay, it's a long comment, so let me find this. Okay, Julio Jones, AJ Brown, D.D. Westbrook, Debo Samuels. Uh, and he needs to start 2 and flex 1. So Julio Jones, AJ Brown, D.D. Westbrook, Debo Samuels. I actually think I would go AJ Brown, Debo Samuels, and DD here. Julio's, I mean, like I was talking about, I think he's going to do okay now that I was looking there. I might start Julio over DD. But yeah, I think I'm still going AJ Brown, Westbrook, and Debo. I think that's a bold one. But I don't think that's the popular decision. I think most people are going to put Julio in over Westbrook. But I'm going Westbrook over Julio this week. Don't prove me or don't make me look stupid, Westbrook. I'll see you later, SP. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna bring this to an end too. I got to get ready for my day. So, thank you everyone who hopped in the chat, went live, and everyone watching this afterwards. Hope this helped you with your start sits. Leave a like and subscribe, and we greatly appreciate it, guys.